Let me ask you something. If your neighbor was $7,300 in the hole, constantly stressed, skipping meals, hiding bills from their spouse, you'd probably think that's bad. But now imagine half the country is doing that. Because that's where we are right now. Credit card debt in America has reached record highs, and not by a little. According to new data from LendingTree, the average credit card balance is now $7,321, up nearly 6% in just 1 year. And that's not some fringe statistic. That's your friends, your coworkers, probably you, probably me. And the most stunning part, almost half of Americans, 47%, carry credit card debt. And half of them have been stuck in it for over a year. Let that sink in, because we're not just talking about numbers on a spreadsheet. We're talking about a growing class of Americans being crushed by interest rates, manipulated by corporate credit, and told that it's all normal. But it's not normal, and it's not sustainable. Let's break this down. Every single year, we hear politicians talk about the middle class, how they want to protect it, support it, empower it, and yet the very people they claim to fight for are getting strangled by compounding interest, surging inflation, and banks that are more than happy to profit off desperation. This isn't some luxury debt. It's not big TVs and gold watches. It's medical bills, groceries, rent, car repairs, tuition. According to LendingTree, 1 in 3 credit card holders got into debt because of medical expenses, and nearly 10% of them owe $10,000 or more just from healthcare costs. Think about that. $10,000 on a card because someone needed a procedure or broke their arm or had to take their kid to the ER. That's not consumer spending. That's survival. And while Americans are scraping to make minimum payments, banks are charging 20% interest, 25%, even 29% in some cases. Imagine owing $5,000 and then just paying $1,000 a year just to keep owning it. This is a system designed to trap people, and it's working. Now let's talk geography. According to LendingTree's credit card debt stress index, some cities are in full blown crisis. El Paso, Texas, has the highest credit card stress in the nation, with the average balance at $4,365 and a debt to income ratio of 9.9%. That means almost 10% of income is going to credit card payments. Crazy. Other hotspots: McAllen, Miami, Fresno, Riverside, Sunbelt cities, working class cities, cities where wages haven't kept up with housing or gas or even eggs. And guess what else? McAllen has the highest rate of maxed out credit cards in the country, 36%. That means more than 1 in 3 people in that city are at their credit limit. These aren't just outliers, they're warning signs. This is what happens when a country says, you're on your own, while quietly letting interest rates soar, wages stagnate, and basic necessities become unaffordable luxuries. Now, here's where it gets darker. 40% of people with credit card debt have lied about it to their partner, to their family, to their friends. Because with money comes shame. And when people are told that debt is a personal failure instead of a rigged system, they go silent. They hide the problem and it grows. And what's worse, the people most likely to lie are high earners. That means even the comfortable households are feeling the pressure. This is not about irresponsibility. This is about survival in a system that preys on the very people it claims to uplift. Let's talk solutions. According to data, one of the most effective ways people are digging out of this hole, debt consolidation, using personal loans, often at much lower interest rates, to pay off high interest credit card balances. And it works. Users who consolidated at least $1,000 in card debt saw their credit scores jump 29 points after just 1 month. After 3 months, still up by 24 points. For people with poor credit below 580, the score increase was even higher, up to 45 points. That's a powerful fix. It's not magic, but it's a tool that works. Yet, how many people are even told this exists? How many are educated on how credit works? How compound interest operates? How utilization affects your score? Almost none. And that's not an accident. Financial ignorance keeps people compliant, overwhelmed, and quiet. Now, let's get into generational impact. Millennials are carrying a median of $4,019 in credit card debt. In some cities like Bridgeport, Connecticut, it's more than $5,400. Gen Xers, it's even worse. Median credit card debt is $6,057, with hotspots like Fresno and Bridgeport leading the way. And the younger generations, they're confident. But confidence does not pay down debt. It does not fight inflation, and it does not stop the cycle. According to LendingTree's confidence index found that only 62% of Americans feel confident they can pay off their monthly credit card bills in full. That's nearly 4 in 10 people who walk into every month unsure if they can even break even. That's not an economy. That's a slow motion collapse. So, where do we go from here? We stop pretending this is about Starbucks or avocado toast. We stop blaming individuals for a system that encourages debt, thrives on silence, and punishes anyone who falls behind. We start demanding better financial education, lower interest rates, real reform on medical costs, and transparency from the banks and credit companies profiting from this chaos. Because here's the hard truth. We're sitting on 1.1 trillion mountain of credit card debt. It's growing. It's dangerous. And if you think it won't touch you, think again. If you're someone carrying that burden right now, know this. You're not alone, but you also can't afford to ignore it. Get smart, look into consolidation, learn the rules, use the system against itself. And above all, don't stay silent, because the banks are counting on that. This is not financial advice, this is a warning. But if you're tired of being in the dark, hit that subscribe button. We're bringing real numbers, real talk, and real answers. I'm not here to sugarcoat the economy. I'm here to expose what's really happening, because America deserves better than debt servitude disguised as freedom. See you in the next one. Bye bye.